dot there means multiply. The word product means multiply. So it's all ready for you to factor everything. You know, when we add and subtracted, we factored the denominators and then manipulated it around so we could add the like fractions, yada yada. This one, we just have to factor all parts, numerators and denominators. And remember, you can cancel from any numerator to any denominator. You cannot cancel side by side. So everybody have the problem written down. You don't have to write down all the words, right? You just have to write down, if you need to, the lesson number and the purpose. We're going to be multiplying, dividing. And then you can write down the problem. And then we're going to factor from here. Let's see if I can zoom in just even a little more, because I want you to notice this factoring, how I dance through the factoring. Now, because I don't have to write it down, I have to give you space to write it down, and I'll get going. You with me? How's your factoring, Anthony? A plus? Good. Good, good, good. So this is fun. Fun for your brain. My workshop yesterday, they asked me, why do you like math so much? I said, it makes my brain feel good. I know some of you it makes it hurt, but that's why I like math so much. It's just fun for the brain. We want that brain sharp. Okay, x is factored as is. X is x, can't factor it anymore. X minus 5 is already considered a factor. X plus 7 is what it is. Then I can take a common factor of 4 out. And then I have an x minus 5 as a result. Then I just like to pencil through what I factored so I don't get confused. Okay, then you cancel what's common. Very lightly, I just do it so I don't get all, I need to look back in the history of this problem to find my excluded values. So I just, when I cancel, if it's a 1, I don't write it. And you were probably brought up through the ranks writing a 1. And and if you're not sure, ask me. But I'm just going to leave it assumed. If I put a mark through it, the result is a 1. Fair and square? And if there's nothing left after you cancel, there's still a 1. Right? Because the 1 is a multiplier of everything. So the numerator then is x over 4, parenthesis x plus 7. Okay, I looked it up in the homework examples, and they want you to leave the denominator factored. Okay. And excluded values come from denominators. So I just think what makes x minus 5, 0, a 5, and what makes x plus 7, 0, a negative 7. So don't let those boxes make you crazy. Hopefully they're just, when you look at your homework, when the box shows up when you're touching, it just shows up when I print it off. So we got, this goes in the box. The box is a little small for my brain and my space and my writing for the notes. So I just wrote it off to the side, but that's where you put the answer, the result. Yay. That's what you're looking at. Factor everything, cancel what you can, go back to the original denominators to find the excluded values. Much simpler than adding and subtracting rational expressions. But if you go through that war, then this one is going to be a nice vacation, hopefully. Everybody got it or took a picture of it? Ready? This is a two fractions. 6x squared plus 24x in the numerator over 5 denominator. 10x numerator, x plus 4 denominator. So factor, factor, factor. Okay. 5 is already a factor. 10x, you know, is a factor. But it, actually, 10x is two factors, isn't it? All right. On that. Then x plus 4 is a factor. This guy's the one, he has 6's in as well as an x factor. So I need to take a 6 and an x out and have an x plus 4 remaining. And you can always boil it back in or distribute it back in to see if it is true. Is it true? What I said it was his factor, do I get it back as an answer? Always got math, algebra, love it. You get the answer key right there. And always check your work. And if you write good notes, you can troubleshoot. So we cancel what we can, and 5 goes into 10 twice. And if the denominators disappear, that's 1. We don't have to write it. So my numerator is 6 times 2, which is 12, and x times x, which is x squared. So we want to remember our exponent rules. And this goes here. See, if it's side by side, friends, we don't cancel, we multiply. Remember, multiplying fractions across like that. Some of you reduced before you multiplied, and some of you multiplied then reduced. So, or canceled then multiplied. Some of you multiplied then reduced. You want to cancel if you can before you multiply on multiplying, dividing rational expressions. So we're going to go back up here, and this tells me that the excluded value is x equals a negative 4. That's what makes it. Is that clear? Should I put it over here? How's that? Is that better? You can see it's a negative 4. That is a negative. That belongs to the 4. So this is an exercise in factoring, then canceling. Okay. Do we need more time? Number 3. 1 through 6 is multiplying. So the reason why there's 16, I think, because of the you can multiply more than 2, and then you want to see what happens when you divide, and then they go through a little number theory. So there's only 16, but that's 16 more problems. You get a factor. You can't beat that. Factoring for free. Factors of 15 when subtracted give me a negative 2, x minus 5, and x plus 3. 3 is a factor by its own self. 13 and 39 both have a 13 in common. Here we go. Be aware of greatest common factors. And factors of 10 when subtracted give me 3, x minus 5, and x plus 2. That's the truth. And always check your multiplying. You can FOIL it back out to see if it's true. Quick check in your mental math. Make sure you got the right factors, and then you can cancel. All right, here's an x minus 5. Here is an x plus 3. But 3 doesn't go into 13. So I write it as 3 is the numerator, 13 times the quantity x plus 2 is the denominator. I do not want that multiplied out again. And the excluded values come from the original denominators. Okay. Original denominators. So if it's x plus 3 is the denominator, the excluded value is a negative 3. X minus 5 is the denominator, excluded value is 5. X plus 2 is the denominator, excluded value is a negative 2. Oh, we can't see it. Sorry. There we go. There we go. How's that? Zoom out just a little bit. There we go. We got it in there. Fun, fun. Just a little bit. Then we could see our whole entire sentence there. Just going to get messier and messier. Trinomials. Hopefully that isn't going to hold you back. Okay, this next one I can't fold over because it's got quite the story. So your number 4 would be like my number 4. This question wants my excluded values from least to greatest. So that's when order matters. But when we hit there, we'll figure them out and then we'll put them in order. So I'm factoring x squared minus 4, x plus 2, x minus 2. This is really 2 factors of x, so I'm not going to hug it. I'm just saying there's 2 factors of x there. This guy is factors of 12, and that'd give me 8. That'd be 6 and 2. And with that one, and this guy's got an x in both terms. Got done with that one. You know how when you're done, you're ready to cancel because we're multiplying. So this I'm going to use a different color because of the X story. See if I can find a sharp color. This will work, I guess. Okay, here's x plus 2. Here's x minus 2. And this 1x comes out of the numerator as one factor. So that's why I didn't cross out the x. I took one factor away. So numerator just has an x. Denominator just has an x plus 6. And since he's a solo guy, you don't have to put him in a parenthesis. So we're going to just write down our values. I have a negative 6, a negative 2, a 0, and a 2. Well, look, they're in order already. See, I'm getting them from here. So they happen to be in order. Well, that was a nice, I didn't mean to do that. It just happened that way. Remember, the largest negative is the least number. So I'd put the -6, the -2, just like a number line, 0 and 2. So there is your, I'll zoom out a little. So far, we've taken notes from other classes, period 4. This was the only one so far that asked you to put them in order, okay? This kind of goes there. Isn't that fun? Just so much fun. It's like a little puzzle, little puzzle, little puzzle, little puzzles. Everyone's just a little puzzle. Okay? I'm pushing a pencil. All right, number 5. Here we've got, see, this one didn't say order, so it doesn't matter. We've got 3 rational expressions we're going to factor and cancel. I'll give you a space to write those down. X squared plus 18x plus 56 over 6x. Times x squared minus 6x over x plus 4. Times 12x minus 60 over a polynomial x squared plus 9x minus 70. So these are getting larger factors we have to find. 56's factors, there's 1 and 56, 2 and 28. They don't add up to 18. 3 doesn't go. 4 and 14. So it's x plus 4 times x plus 14. Really had to dig for that. I had to dig for that one. It's been a minute since I thought, oh yeah, 56 is 4 times 14. Woo. Okay. Here we just have a factor of x. So I have an x and an x minus 6. Here we have a factor of 12 in common. A 12 times x minus 5. Got that one factor. I'm not going to hug 6x because it's 2 factors. It's 6 times x. I can hug x plus 4 because that's 1 factor. And the factors of 70 when subtracted give me 9. 1 and 70, 2 and 35, 3 doesn't go. 4 and 15. Nope. Nope, that's 60. How about 5? There we go. 5 and 14. So there we go. 14 has to be plus. Because I need a positive 9. Well, that was worth the wrestle, right? It was a fun game. I'm going to cross that out. There's all my factors. So is there an x plus 4 down here? Yes. X plus 14? Yes. X? Yes. I needed to use a different color, sorry. X and X go away. Okay, 6 goes into 12 2 times. X minus 5 is gone. So denominators are all gone. So all I have in the numerator is my 2 times the quantity x minus 6. So that's what will go in my product box. I looked it up and they didn't multiply it out. We just wrote what was left, the 2 up here and the x minus 6. Denominators disappeared, it means the 1. And down here, I have to get it from 4 of these factors. Excluded value in x is 0. Excluded value x is a negative 4. Excluded value negative 14. Excluded value positive 5. So it's what makes the denominators and the original of the original expressions 0. One more. We'll call it a day. Then I think we start dividing. Maybe I'm a liar, pants on fire. Let me peek. Yeah, we divide on period 7, so that'll be a good break. You guys can get your first 6 done. And dividing does add a little bit of a dance. Multiplication is the absolutely most simplest way to wrestle with rational expressions. You factor and you cancel. And you have a nice day. Here we go. 9x squared over x minus 5. X squared minus 2x minus 15 over 3x minus 6. And 3 over 4x squared plus 12x. I'll just hug what I know is already just alone. This guy is really 3 factors up there. This is 9 and 2 factors of x. So there's that. And this guy has a 3 that can be taken out. Leaves you an x minus 2 left. Guy has a 4x times x plus 3. And so factor 15 when subtracted give me 2. That's 5 and 3. 5 is negative. So lots of goodness here. I see this 3 matches that 3. You kind of have a pattern of some kind. Make sure you don't miss anything. This one goes down to a 1 and this one goes away. So I just see the 9x in the numerator. I see the 4 times x minus 2 in the denominator. 9 doesn't go into, or 4 doesn't go into 9 evenly. There's the 4. That's where I got my 4. And then we write our excluded values. Doesn't have to be in order. So just look at my first denominator. Excluded value is a 5. Second denominator, excluded value is a 2. Third denominator, I see a 0. Fourth denominator, negative 3. Call it a day. I squeezed a minute into your study time. So thank you. You freeze that so you can write it all down.